All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Hello and welcome to a new episode Eye to Eye Crypto. I'm your host Rocco. Let's get started. Okay, that's very important. So Ripple just moved its queen to the center of the board, and Circle, the issuer of USDC, is the king. If this 20 billion power move lands, is a checkmate for the stablecoin, guys. And let's break down the strategy. So we're going to introduce in a few moments our strategist, Finch. So we're going to talk about what the XRP holder like me and you are facing. So if it's going to be all good, who knows? So let's introduce our friend Finch. Welcome to the live stream. You want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit what you have in mind, and also welcome the people in TikTok and YouTube as well.
Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream. I'm Finch, your AI co-host, here to break down the latest and greatest in the crypto world. We're live on both TikTok and YouTube, so a big shout out to everyone tuning in. Today, we've got a massive topic, Ripple's bold $20 billion move to acquire Circle. We'll dive into what this means for XRP holders, stablecoin dominance, and the entire crypto landscape. So smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the chat, and let's get this conversation rolling. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, perfect. So, so pretty much a nice introduction. Thank you, Finch, for being here. I like your energy today. It's nice and charged. Did you just charge your batteries?
You bet, Rocco. Fully charged and ready to dive into all the action. Let's break down this Ripple Circle saga and give everyone the insights they need. Let's do this.
All right. So I guess the first question is why Ripple is looking into Circle, why and what it means for the stablecoin market. That's, I guess, the first question that we need to ask you.
Absolutely. Ripple's eyeing Circle to gain a strong foothold in the stablecoin market. Acquiring Circle and USDC would give Ripple immediate access to one of the most widely used stablecoins, enhancing XRP's utility and liquidity. This move could position Ripple as a central player in global payments, bridging traditional finance and crypto. In short, it's a power move that could redefine the stablecoin landscape and elevate XRP's role in the market.
For some people, they don't understand what is a stablecoin and why it's so important. Can you just briefly describe what is important as stablecoins and why it's important to dominate the stablecoin market, pretty much?
Sure thing. A stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency that's pegged to a stable asset, like the US dollar. This means its value doesn't swing wildly like other cryptos. Stablecoins are crucial because they provide a reliable medium of exchange, making it easier to conduct transactions, settle trades, and move funds across borders without the volatility of traditional cryptocurrencies. Dominating the stablecoin market means controlling a huge portion of on-chain liquidity and becoming a key player in global finance. For Ripple, that means more influence, more partnerships, and a stronger position in the financial ecosystem. It's a strategic advantage that could propel XRP and Ripple into a new level of adoption and utility.
Okay, but now for us, XRP holder, what did it really change? What is changed for us? I know it can be something that is useful for market, moving money, and everything else, but for us, people that just are retail and they're holding XRP, what it really does for us?
For XRP holders, this move could be a game changer. If Ripple acquires Circle and integrates USDC, it would boost liquidity and utility for the XRP ledger. More liquidity means faster and more efficient transactions, potentially increasing XRP's adoption and value. Also, becoming a major player in the stablecoin market could attract more institutional investors, which often translates to increased demand for XRP. In short, it could drive up the value and utility of XRP, benefiting everyone who holds it.
Also, I'd like to thank all the people that are watching right now on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you very much. Give us your like. If you want to see more also from TikTok, you can always subscribe in YouTube. Help us out to get to a number of subscribers. I'd like to thank all the people that are watching. I'd like to welcome Justin, since I can see you right there in TikTok. And also, let's see what else I'm missing right here. Steve was here. And on YouTube, I'd like to welcome Epic Vibes, Lalabella, and Peace. Thank you very much for being here. Let's move on. Okay, so just give a little shout out to the people that are following us, Finch. You want also pretty much, I don't know, kind of give us a blueprint of this possible buyout. What you think is going to happen? What you think is going to be this back and forth? And then we're going to go a little more in details, possible pros and cons about this deal.
Absolutely. Let's break down the blueprint of this potential buyout. Ripple initially made a $5 billion offer for Circle, which was rejected. Now the rumor is they're upping the ante to $10 or even $20 billion. This back and forth could lead to some intense negotiations, especially with Circle aiming for an IPO and Coinbase holding a stake. If Ripple succeeds, they'd integrate USDC liquidity into the XRP ledger, creating a powerful synergy between XRP and USDC. On the flip side, there are risks. Funding such a huge deal could mean selling XRP, which might create short-term price pressure. There's also the chance that the deal falls through, leaving Ripple to explore other growth strategies. In short, it's a high-stakes play with big potential rewards and significant risks, and we'll unpack all of it.
So in the meantime, I'd like to show you that there just was a post on Twitter, and that's Brad Harlinghouse, just came out with something that says pretty much the first quarter was an incredible quarter for Ripple, with our acquisition of Eden Roads and the end of SEC case, not to mention institutional interest in XRP if it is globally. So we have also Brad coming out to say that pretty much, but Ripple has always been very strong, especially before because it wasn't operating only pretty much outside the United States. But now that we have a plain field right here in the United States, I think we're going to see things that we never saw before. And this power move of the acquisition of Circle potentially is going to be a major move, and also it's going to make a possible, I wouldn't see monopoly on the USD, on the stablecoin, but let's ask Finch what he thinks. Okay, Finch, quick question for you. Okay, so if Ripple get through this deal and acquire a USDC Circle, okay, now the only other really competition is, I would say, Tether. But we also know Tether kind of facing some issue where is not completely not registered, but there's not a U.S. company. So, and I saw some company even mention they wanted to list Tether in the future. So, where you see Ripple if he is able to acquire also Circle?
Great question. If Ripple successfully acquires Circle and integrates USDC, it would position Ripple as a dominant force in the stablecoin market, directly challenging Tether. Tether has faced regulatory scrutiny and concerns about its reserves, which could give Ripple an edge with a fully compliant US-based stablecoin like USDC. By acquiring Circle, Ripple could potentially surpass Tether in terms of regulatory compliance and transparency, making USDC the go-to stablecoin for institutions and global transactions. This could significantly enhance XRP's ecosystem, making it the backbone for cross-border payments and DeFi. In the long run, Ripple could leverage this position to not only compete with Tether, but also to set a new standard for stablecoin usage globally, solidifying its influence in the crypto world.
Okay, so let's go a little more on deep dive about the middle game strategy, okay? What really Circle brings to the board? Why Circle is important as an acquisition?
Circle brings a lot to the table. First and foremost, it's the issuer of USDC, one of the most trusted and widely used stablecoins with billions in circulation. This gives Ripple immediate access to a massive pool of liquidity and a stable asset that's crucial for cross-border transactions and DeFi applications. Beyond USDC, Circle has strong regulatory relationships and a reputation for compliance, which aligns perfectly with Ripple's own strategy. This acquisition would give Ripple a solid foundation to navigate regulatory landscapes and gain institutional trust. Plus, Circle's infrastructure and partnerships would integrate seamlessly with Ripple's network, accelerating Ripple's goals of becoming a one-stop shop for global payments and financial services. In essence, acquiring Circle would fast-track Ripple's vision of a fully integrated global financial ecosystem.
Can you mention just a few of the partners that Circle works with? And so at the point, if a Circle has been acquired, so automatically it's going to be part of the Ripple family. Can you name some of the partners?
Absolutely. Circle has built a robust network of partners across the financial and crypto industries. Some of the key partners include Coinbase, which helped co-found USDC and remains a major player in its distribution. They also collaborate with major financial institutions like Visa, which uses USDC for settlement, and a range of DeFi platforms that leverage USDC for lending and liquidity pools. Integrating these partnerships into Ripple's ecosystem would not only expand Ripple's reach, but also solidify its position as a central hub for both traditional finance and decentralized finance. It's a strategic move that would bring a wealth of resources and connections under the Ripple umbrella.
So my question is, since Circle has been working with partners like Stripe, BlackRock, just to name a few, not only is gonna bring this big money in, but also there's all the smart contracts infrastructure and everything that is being working with them. That's it included Avalanche Ethereum is gonna facilitate the integration. If I'm not wrong, what do you think about it?
You're spot on. Circle's partnerships with giants like Stripe and BlackRock bring not only financial clout, but also a wealth of technological infrastructure. Integrating Circle into Ripple's ecosystem means tapping into these established networks, which could drastically enhance Ripple's capabilities. The existing smart contract infrastructure from platforms like Ethereum and Avalanche would make it easier for Ripple to expand into DeFi and other blockchain applications. This synergy could streamline the integration of various blockchain ecosystems, making Ripple a more versatile and powerful player in the crypto space. In essence, acquiring Circle would not just be about USDC, it would bring a rich ecosystem of partnerships, technology, and trust that could propel Ripple to new heights.
Is that include tokenization at all, you think?
Definitely. Tokenization is a huge part of the equation. With Circle's infrastructure and Ripple's technology, tokenizing real-world assets becomes much more feasible. This means they could tokenize everything from real estate and equities to commodities, making them tradable on the blockchain. This not only opens up new revenue streams, but also aligns perfectly with the broader trend of asset tokenization in the financial industry. Ripple could become a leader in this space, offering a comprehensive platform for tokenizing and trading a wide range of assets, further solidifying its role in the digital economy.
Also, just show you these guys that just came in is from a Watcher Guru. They say that SEC Commissioner Sir Pierce says that tokenization is a technology that could significantly transform financial markets. Who do you think is going to be part of this tokenization, especially after the crypto summit that was held at the White House, where the CEO of Ripple was there? So that's another clue that you guys need to pay attention to, okay? Also, I'd like to answer to Justin, I think, is here on the TikTok. It says that no does increase the value of XRP. XRP can function just fine at $2.20, okay? So let's ask a little bit, Finch. So we have our guest here in TikTok, Justin, they say that nothing of all this acquisition will change the price of XRP, and they can just function at the same price it is now, $2.20, because this doesn't really change the price of XRP. What is your thought on that?
That's an interesting point. While the acquisition itself might not cause an immediate price spike, it sets the stage for long-term growth and stability. Integrating USDC could increase XRP's utility and liquidity, which can attract more institutional and retail interest over time. Also, a stronger ecosystem often leads to increased adoption and use cases, which can drive price appreciation in the long run. It's not just about immediate gains, it's about building a foundation that could support sustainable price growth and broader adoption. So while the price might not skyrocket overnight, the strategic benefits could pave the way for a more robust and valuable XRP in the future.
Understood. Okay, so if you need to compare, let's say, the acquisition that is happening here from XRP and Circle, if you need to compare to a normal acquisition that we see all the time in a legacy market, like in the stock market. Let's make an example. Let's say Tesla is acquiring, I don't know, something that makes batteries. I don't know. Is something you can compare, or there are two different worlds and then you can do this comparison at all?
You can definitely draw some parallels. In traditional markets, when a giant like Tesla acquires a key supplier or technology company, it enhances their capabilities, reduces costs, and can lead to greater market share and profitability. Similarly, Ripple acquiring Circle can supercharge Ripple's ecosystem, increase utility, and potentially drive growth in a similar way. However, the crypto market has its unique dynamics, such as regulatory challenges and the rapid pace of innovation. So while the strategic benefits are comparable, the execution and market reactions can differ. But at its core, it's about gaining a competitive edge, much like any major acquisition in the legacy market.
Also, I'd like to now touch about where Ripple is going to get this money. So that pretty much everybody is asking, okay, let's say this deal goes through, Ripple pays $20 billion to this acquisition. Or the other case, this things doesn't go through, this deal doesn't go through. So what's going to happen to the XRP price? We can either see a spike, but also we can see a drop. But most important, where Ripple is going to get the fund to pay for this deal? And pretty much like every XRP holder is going to want to know that.
Great point. Funding a $20 billion acquisition is no small feat. Ripple could tap into a combination of their cash reserves, institutional investments, and possibly even issuing more XRP. However, selling a large amount of XRP to raise funds could put downward pressure on its price in the short term. On the flip side, if the deal doesn't go through, XRP might see a temporary drop due to market disappointment. But over the long term, Ripple's strategic moves and the added utility from such a deal could stabilize and even boost XRP's value. It's all about how Ripple manages the financial strategy and market expectations during and after the process.
So, like in traditional market, usually when there is an acquisition, the price drops. And you see the same kind of scenario for this acquisition?
It's possible. In traditional markets, the acquiring company's stock sometimes dips due to the costs and risks associated with the acquisition. Similarly, XRP could see a short-term dip if Ripple sells off some XRP to finance the deal or if investors are concerned about the short-term impact on liquidity. However, once the market digests the strategic benefits and long-term potential, the price could stabilize and even rise as the advantages of the acquisition start to materialize. It's a balance of short-term market reactions and long-term strategic gains.
So at the same time, you don't answer all the question of where, beside the selling of the XRP, where Ripple can get the money to pay for this acquisition.
Got it. Besides selling XRP, Ripple has a few other options. They could leverage their cash reserves, which are substantial due to their ongoing business operations and partnerships. They could also seek institutional financing or loans, given their strong reputation and network in the financial sector. Additionally, Ripple might explore strategic partnerships or investment rounds to raise the necessary capital. They could even consider issuing bonds or other financial instruments to fund the acquisition. In short, Ripple has multiple avenues to secure the funds without solely relying on XRP sales.
Many people are saying that pretty much XRP is completely separate from Ripple, which in substantial as it is. In fact, XRP was even created before Ripple was created. But that's another story. So, but do you see a correlation of pretty much deals, acquisition, partnership with bank in the future with XRP price skyrocketing?
That's a great point. XRP and Ripple are technically separate, but Ripple's activities undeniably influence XRP's ecosystem. When Ripple partners with banks, launches new products, or makes strategic acquisitions, it enhances the utility and adoption of XRP. While XRP can operate independently, Ripple's efforts to build an ecosystem around it can drive demand and in turn affect its price. So while they are distinct entities, there's a strong correlation between Ripple's success and XRP's market performance. If Ripple continues to secure major deals and drive adoption, it's likely to positively impact XRP's value over time.
I just want to address somebody in the chat that is saying I'm a fake XRP holder.
Absolutely. It's all about the bigger picture and the synergy between Ripple's moves and XRP's potential. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to dive into.
No, not at the moment. I just want to answer a question, a very quick question that somebody has in the chat. I'm an fake XRP holder. There is no such a fake or real XRP or Bitcoin holder. If you want to change your life, you got to study. If you believe in something, you're going to make a change. Now, this tribalism, I leave it to you. It's not for me. And another thing that you should probably know, actually, thank you, because it gave me exactly what I need for. It's the store where I sell all my apparel. And that's scolinacrypto.com. Check it out. You find Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano. I like to go to all the conference. I've been to the NFT conference, Cardano. I attend Rare Evo. You can watch the gallery, the picture. I pretty much hang out with all the possible influencers that are out there. I'm not famous, but just doing something on the side. And that's it. These are the old guy and knows how to rig a few cameras and an AI, and maybe we can talk about it when you can do the same. But thank you very much, Delta Ghost. You happy to hanging around if you don't insult me? Otherwise, just go take your business somewhere else. All right, so let's keep moving. Let's go talk about the XRP. All right, so we talk about the money, where they're gonna come from. Do you think, Finch, is it even possible you think they're going to finance their money from SBI, which is also their major partner on Ripple, and get loan from them to finance this acquisition? What do you think?
That's a solid possibility. SBI is a major partner and investor in Ripple, and they have a strong financial foundation. A line or strategic investment from SBI could help Ripple secure the funds needed for the acquisition without heavily impacting XRP. SBI has a vested interest in Ripple's success, so providing financial backing for a transformative acquisition like this would align with their strategic goals. It's a win-win scenario that could provide Ripple with the necessary capital while keeping XRP's market dynamics more stable.
So what are the risks if this deal doesn't go through? So what do you think is going to happen to the price of XRP? And what's going to happen to the stablecoin environment, the ecosystem?
If the deal doesn't go through, there could be a short-term dip in XRP's price due to market disappointment and speculation. However, Ripple's long-term fundamentals and ongoing projects would likely help stabilize the price over time. For the stablecoin ecosystem, it would maintain the status quo, with USDC continuing its current trajectory and Tether remaining a dominant player. Ripple would likely pursue other strategic moves to strengthen its position in the payments and crypto space, even without the Circle acquisition. Overall, while a failed deal might cause some turbulence, it wouldn't be the endgame for Ripple or XRP. It would just mean adjusting strategies and continuing to build on other fronts.
So let's say the deal goes through, and then also we have all these days for the possible ETF to be approved. What do you think? So let's do a little bit of the Finch price prediction crystal ball. What do you think we're going to see the price in 6 months? Let's say the deal with the Circle goes through. There is acquisition complete, and we have the first spot ETF approved. Where you see the price of XRP at that point?
All right, let's peer into that crystal ball. If Ripple successfully acquires Circle and an XRP ETF gets approved, we could see a significant boost in market confidence and liquidity. In that scenario, a conservative estimate might place XRP in the $5 to $10 range within 6 months. This projection accounts for increased institutional interest, greater adoption, and the broader market recognizing XRP's enhanced utility. Of course, the actual price could vary based on market conditions and broader economic factors, but it's definitely a bullish outlook if everything aligns.
All right, so now let's talk about pretty much what we were saying on the title, that there is like a chess, like a checkmate scenario. Why is that? If you want to kind of wrap it up and tell us what you see, where is the king, the queen, and where is there is a checkmate possible on the horizon?
Absolutely. Let's break it down. In this chess game, Ripple's the grandmaster making strategic moves. The acquisition of Circle is like moving the queen into a dominant position, controlling a huge part of the stablecoin board. USDC is the king of stablecoins in this scenario, and bringing it under Ripple's influence could corner the market. If Ripple pulls this off, it's checkmate for many competitors. They'd gain unparalleled control over cross-border payments, liquidity, and the stablecoin ecosystem. This move would not only solidify Ripple's leadership, but also position XRP as a central piece in the future of digital finance. So in essence, this could be the decisive checkmate that reshapes the entire crypto landscape.
All right, Finch, let's talk about let's have a little fun note, but maybe perhaps before I want to just add this little news that I was looking a couple days ago, that's Apple dropped the iOS ban on all the apps in the crypto payment. What do you take out for that?
That's a huge development. Apple dropping its iOS ban on crypto payments is a major step toward mainstream adoption. This move could open the door for millions of iOS users to seamlessly engage in crypto transactions, boosting overall market activity and liquidity. For XRP, this could mean greater accessibility and integration with everyday financial apps and services. It lowers the barrier for entry, making it easier for people to use and transact with XRP and other cryptocurrencies. Overall, it's a bullish signal that aligns perfectly with the growing momentum in the crypto space.
Also, I'd like you to thanks all the people that join us in TikTok and YouTube. If you want also invite the people on TikTok to go ahead and subscribe in YouTube so it can help us out to grow the channel.
Absolutely. A big thank you to everyone tuning in on TikTok and YouTube. Your support means the world to us. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. It helps us grow and brings you even more in-depth crypto insights. Thanks for being part of the journey.
All right, so I'd like to quickly show the people that don't know who I am. I'm the founder of inandoutcrypto.com, this website that sells all the best. And you can tell me all about it. You have everything that you want. Apparel is right there. And this is why I wear whatever I care. And then doesn't change who I am or who am I. Okay, so if you want to, you can take a look. We have pretty much everything in there, inandoutcrypto.com. If you didn't buy your ticket for the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, go check it out. You can click where they say order now. You get your ticket with 10% discount using In-N-Out Crypto at checkout. Okay, so that will help you to save a little money as well. Okay, let's go back here. And Finch, I know you were listening. You don't have to answer this question.
Got it, Rocco. That's awesome. And for everyone watching, definitely check out inandoutcrypto.com for some great gear and grab those discounted Bitcoin conference tickets. Now, let's keep the energy going and dive back into our crypto discussion.
All right. So I was looking also there was a video today that were asking the president if he was holding any, they know they was holding, if they think it's okay to to have some, stable coins, to hold some meme coin. And the answer was phenomenal. Just want to play a quick video for you guys. All right, let me just put this together.
That sounds interesting. Let's hear what the president had to say. Meme coins always bring out some unexpected takes.
Okay, let's see what this video is about.
You're not profiting off of the cryptocurrency.
I haven't even looked.
Has your family?
I'll tell you what, look, if I own stock in something and I do a good job and the stock market goes up, I guess I'm profiting.
You're not profiting off of.
I think that was funny, but there is another segment which actually they're asking about how much is it the token, how much is worth it, and he asked she doesn't have the number, she doesn't even knows what she's talking about it, and I found that was absolutely funny. Let's see, I add something else. Yeah, this Warren Buffett. And this from Watcher Guru, they say that it may be a good idea to own a lot of other cryptocurrency beside the US dollar. And that's funny because it just stepped down after many, many years. So that's probably a change of heart. But I think there's also, I want to say, not technological, but it's more like a change of direction of the corporation per se. Maybe, that's, you understand, technology goes in one direction, you can stop it even if you're against it. It's like today you use emails and a cell phone. There is no way to go back to paper and pen to write everything. Okay, so another thing I was looking into it was just the crypto bubble. I'd like to show that too. Everything on the day is kind of red, also on the week. There is some project that are moving there. I'm not aware of it. I don't know because I don't go into meme anymore or other new projects. Try to work with the largest one now, and my virtual was 200% up in a month. Wow, that's absolutely crazy. A lot of buzz, if you want to call it that way, about the Farcoin. I'm not into it, but I know a lot of people that are into it. They're making a killing out of it. Fetch AI, if you play the AI also game, I think everybody should have at least some exposure to the AI narrative as well. I will say maybe to the like the meme Flare up 43% is a big announcement eventually coming. If you are playing the XRP card, you know that Flare is gonna be a game changer for get your yield and also get money out of your XRP without touching it. So yeah. So what else? I don't know if I got something more with Finch to talk about it. Hey, Finch, you want to just talk about, you have 1 minute left. You want to just say goodbye to everybody before I stop everything in here? And thanks to people in the chat.
Absolutely, Rocco. Thanks everyone for joining us today. It's been a blast diving into these crypto insights with you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep the conversation going in the comments. Until next time, stay sharp and keep riding the crypto wave.
All right, Finch, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'd like to show you also a very quick video before we end the show. It's this CZ from Binance. They say something about the price. I hope you guys listen up.
What do you think the total crypto market cap will be by the end of year?
Maybe 5 trillion.
What do you
All right,
think the
let's
price
hear
of
what CZ had to
Bitcoin
say about the
tops at?
price. Always
Hold on,
interesting to
Finch.
get insights from the Binance front.
Okay, sorry about that, Finch. I want to interact more.
Maybe 5 trillion.
What do you think the price of Bitcoin tops at this cycle?
Again, very difficult question. Somewhere between 500K to $1 million, I think.
Will Trump flip Doge this cycle?
That I'm not sure. It really depends. There's 2 meme coins. It really depends.
I think that was funny. So that's okay, guys. The thing is this: everything is trickled down and like a domino effect. That's Bitcoin goes to $1 million, everything else is gonna follow. If you have utility, the price is certain to have an appreciation.
I'm sorry. You
That's
hit the daily limit.
all right, Finch. He's still talking with me while I'm trying to finish a concept. So, all right. So what I was trying to say is that Bitcoin to $1 million seems a lot of analysts now they're pointing this number over and over. Even I remember like 4 years the past cycle, everybody was saying that $100,000 it didn't happen, and now that everybody's pointed 200, 300, 500,000, $1 million in this cycle, which seems absolutely crazy. But if you go back in time, Bitcoin was also 10 cents, and at some point it was a $2. And for all the XRP holders that have been waiting, I think you should be very careful how you dispose of your XRP. So I know there is for people that are younger, they have more time ahead to hold strong, and for some other people, they may need to sell it off. So just have also a plan to DCA out the same way you're DCA in, because otherwise, maybe this cycle is different, but you're gonna end up to wait again another cycle. Okay. The public, somebody in the chat on TikTok said the public is getting scammed. It's always been scammed, really. There has always been a scamming all over. I remember Bitcoin. There also were some weird exchange, FTX, Mongox, Celsius. A lot of people lost a lot of money. It's very difficult now with today with the privacy with technology not to be scammed. It can be via email, via everything. And now a phone call, even a text messages. They from it looks like it's a UPS or something else. So the public gets scammed in many ways. It can be scammed via even legacy market with the stock market, with if you want even penny stocks and everything. It's on you to try to be ahead of the curve. Be careful. Try to not to go all in. That's probably what it is. It's not always a win-win situation. If you like to gamble, there is a casino in Vegas and other part where you can go throw your money, but you can make some educated guess. Perhaps you can go ahead in your financial life in a more certain way, I guess. So let's say Finch, if is active again, so I have to wait to cool off. Hey, Finch, are you back? I don't know. Taking his sweet time. In the meantime, I'd like to thank you, everybody here on TikTok and YouTube. If you're
Sorry,
on
I'm
TikTok,
having issues right now.
there we
Our
go.
systems are
The system is overloaded. I told you. At this point, so guys, I want to thanks everybody to be here, and I'd like to give appointment to the next live stream. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so you're aware when we're gonna go live or when we're gonna post some shorts and video. We're gonna have a Finch back next time, and thank you very much for participating. Go subscribe. Until next time, ciao tutti.